Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Hawaii... They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the running back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Quarterback checking off. They've been running it, but now the pass. Good timing on the quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Rainbow Warriors getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Warriors!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Lowers those pads. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He'll toss it. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll go back to the ground. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Feeling some heat. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And the returner will be brought. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Power football with the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Defense backed up in this crowd, trying to will them to get a big stop late. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him. And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Run it with the fullback. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Hand off to the fullback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the play fake. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Touchdown, Hawai'i! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue?
First play of the first possession of OT. They'll run the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the ball goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. The play action fake. If he runs this back, this game's over. Bulldozes his way through. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. That'll do it. A pick 6 for victory. The interception to win it in overtime.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember the...